I'm bringing two papers today, both of which are in the area of our work around looked after children and care leavers. And the first paper that I'm bringing is a proposal to make being care experienced a protected characteristic. And I'm incredibly proud to bring this paper, and it follows the really powerful, moving deputation from care leavers at our last full council meeting, where I know a number of councillors were moved to tears by care leavers describing their experience, and they received a standing ovation from the whole chamber. So this is part of a national campaign led by a care leaver called Terry Galloway. And it says in the paper that 57 other councils have passed this resolution, but actually Terry contacted me to congratulate Leeds on taking the step and said we're the 77th. So actually a huge number of councils led by all political parties have made this decision to recognise being care experienced as a protected characteristic, to recognise the adversity and challenges and barriers that care leavers often face in their lives. The paper outlines the plan to set up an implementation group, which I'm planning to chair, which will take this work forward, because I'm really keen that we actually have a really clear work programme about what it means to recognise being care experienced as a protected characteristic. And of course, that group will involve care leavers, so they will be absolutely co-producing with us what it means and what changes we will make as an organisation in recognising care experience as a protected characteristic. It was a recommendation in the independent review into children's social care, the Josh McAllister report. It was one of the recommendations which unfortunately wasn't adopted by the government, but I'm really hoping it will be in the future. And there's certainly a lot of lobbying around this, you know, from care leavers, from councils who've made this step themselves, and from campaigning groups. The paper does include some examples of what it means, like the council is a big organisation. We are the family firm for our looked after children, and that gives us an opportunity to provide employment opportunities, internships, apprenticeships, etc. So that will definitely be one of the work streams coming out of the implementation group, will be what it means for us as an employer in terms of supporting career aspirations of our care leavers. However, the reason we haven't got loads of detail about what it will mean in practice is because it's really important that care leavers have a leadership role in determining what that is. And that's, so I'm really looking forward to setting up the implementation group and getting to work with them directly to look at what this will mean and how this will create more opportunities for them going forward. So yeah, it's with great pride that I'm bringing this paper, and we're joining a number of other councils that have already made this move. So thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Venner. Councillor Lamb, please.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I think the first thing to say is to congratulate and thank the Leeds Care Leavers Council for the deputation that they brought, which was incredibly powerful and really set out the challenges that care leavers face. I think I very much welcome the report and the speedy response. It's a huge step in the right direction. Care leavers undoubtedly face huge disadvantages versus the rest of the population, and as their corporate parents, it's absolutely incumbent on all of us to be doing much more with this. And I suppose my one ask of Councillor Venner is that the implementation group is cross-party and there's opportunities for all parties to be represented. I don't think there's an elected member in this place that doesn't support the direction of travel here, and wants to see much better outcomes and much more support. So the offer's there to help and support, and I hope that's something that can be delivered.
Thank you. Councillor Venner, please.
Yeah, if I can just respond to that point, I think that's absolutely would be the right way forward, in the same way the corporate parenting board is cross-party. I think it would be important that there's representation from across the council. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think we're all very touched by the deputation at council in January. So I'm going to turn to the recommendations on page 257, and obviously the comments have just been made around having the cross-party work on it as well, and I take it everybody is happy with those recommendations. That's great. So if we can move on to item 11, please, Councillor Venner.
Yeah, thank you. So